Recording in progress.
Hello, everyone. How are you? I'm going to let everybody in. Okay, we're live. And we are live, and welcome to Jeff's place. I'm replacing Jeff for the moment here, so don't mind my nerves. Welcome. And for today's show, we have start kicking off the show will be Electric Blue Yonder from Key West in Florida, nice and warm. I see they're wearing their Hawaiian looking shirts in the warm weather down there. And we have Johnny and Beth from Electric Blue Yonder. I'm going to ask them to unmute and ask them to introduce themselves and tell us all about the warm weather down there in Key West. Johnny, I just need you to unmute, and the stage will be yours.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Hello, I'm Beth.
Welcome.
We're so happy to be here. Thanks for having us. We're not from Key West, but we're down here for a week planning a show tonight. So if anybody's watching from Key West, come see us at Blue Heaven. But we're at a really cool spot. I don't know how well you can see this, so I'll bring it forward, but probably not super well. But it says Coast. It's a screen print screen. We're at the Coast Outpost. It's a cool shop that puts together some nice t-shirt designs, but they also put on a concert series down here that we've been involved with for a little while, and they were nice enough to host us. We're the first band in their new band department down here. It's
paradise.
Yeah, it's really, I don't know what else to say. So without further ado, you want to do Blue Sky?
Sky.
sounds great. That sounds great. What else
Oh,
you got?
thank
Hey,
you.
Johnny, that silhouette over there, it almost looks a little like you with a hat on. The silhouette over there next to
Oh, this one
That one or that
here,
one?
or this
That,
one to the
that one
left?
over here, the one I
I
got
think
the
that's
hat.
Langhorn Slim right there. He's played back here.
Wow.
That's Phosphorescent behind the bushes here. And, there's one, you can't see it, but over here we got Todd Snyder. I think that's G-Love. I think there's one at Raylan somewhere, Raylan Baxter. It's like these guys have been supporting musicians for, several years now, and it started a very kind of ragtag, like pirate ship kind of way, sort of DIY, like out on Stock Island, had Coast Projects. It was just like a lot that they built some art studios out of shipping containers, and then they built a half pipe. Actually, I don't know if you can see that.
That's next to us.
But there's a half pipe, like we're set up in front of a half pipe right now over here, but, and then they built a stage and they started doing shows, and then that kind of ran its course, and they have the outpost over here now, and then they're working with Key West Art and Historical Society to put on great concerts all year, but especially the first weekend of December. It's called Coast is Clear, and it's sort of celebrating the end of hurricane season down here, and it happens to be that a lot of touring musicians' schedules slow down, so it's a good way to sort of like come down and actually get to hang out and really just be humans with other humans. So
Yes.
it's really
yes.
cool.
And it sounds great and it looks great. And Terrence is asking what kind of guitars are you guys playing?
We both they're slightly different models, but they're both Waterloo guitars. I can read yours from here. The WL12 mahogany over here. The main difference is they're both sort of a parlor style, or like a zero size, but then if you notice, my bridge is a little bit farther up away from the end of the body, so my guitar is 2 inches longer, but really it's just because the neck sticks out 2 inches further, so I've got up to the 14th fret here, and Beth is just to the 12th on hers. But Collings, based out of Austin, Texas, is sort of their accessible guitars, and they're incredible. We played a bunch of Collings from our buddy we got these from not too long ago, and it was hard to, we were thinking about maybe getting one because he's retiring, and we couldn't find anything that would be, it was all replacements. Like there was nothing that would be different enough for it to make sense, and we realized, man, these are it for us.
Yeah.
Well, you guys make them sound great, and thank you again for coming. And the stage is yours. The stage is yours. Thanks again.
Thank you. This next one, we're surprised when we got down here. We heard some of our friends had it streaming when we went over for dinner, and we don't play it out very often, so we
It's a little different.
thought we'd do it for the show. This might be the first time we've ever played it on a stream anywhere. It's called Awake. It's on our new record. Morning Sounds came out back at the end of September last year. It's on all the things, so if you like it, you can find us. It's kind of a transitional song between some of the other songs. It's like the moment, like in Panic, when you wake up, like from a falling dream and you don't know where you are, kind of thing. So this is Awake.
We were waiting for the morning sound. When they finally came, there was no one else around. Forget your past. You have no future now. Cultivate this moment of your
Wow,
was
sounds
fun.
great, guys. Man, you got that Key West vibe going on. I wish
we're
I was down there
definitely-
having a drink with you.
You should come.
Yes, you should
Just
be
go
here,
ahead and
yes.
make plans. Think about this. What's December like for you? It's pretty cold,
It's-
right?
Right now, it's wet, foggy, and I'm looking at mud and snow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know it's probably a little bit worse now than it was in December, but like that first week into December when you're ready to escape from winter, come down here, come hang out with us. And
Sounds good. I'll have to talk.
it'll
to
be in the
boss.
70s.
Yeah.
Well, invite the boss too, you know,
Yeah,
everybody.
That's it.
should
No,
come.
that's what I
Just
mean.
bring
You
it from
gotta,
here.
put the show on the road for sure.
Bring it
Yes,
down. We'll
exactly.
Got it.
introduce you to a lot of really cool folks,
Sounds
just like
great,
you have
man.
for us.
Well, you guys are really cool folks, and everybody here is cool folks. So again, the stage is yours, and thanks again for coming, Johnny and Beth. You guys are great. You're a pleasure to
Thanks for
hear.
having us.
Pleasure to the ears. It's
What we,
Sun and shower.
and then what was the other one? Or never picked it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, that's right. Let's do sun and shower. We did this, I think, maybe the last time we were on with one of the songwriter rounds, but it was like 3 days old then, so we've gotten a little better at it. It's called Sun and Shower, and it's an Electric Blue Yonder song, but we're also writing a children's project right now. We've been recording up in Muscle Shoals, hoping to finish that up when we get back up there later this month. That's kind of, it's self-explanatory, so here we go.
got it. The stage is yours.
Thanks.
Hello, yellow butterfly. It's so nice for you to drop on by. It's a beautiful day outside. Hello, little mockingbird. Is that your song that I heard? Did you borrow it from someone? It takes the sun and the shower to grow a beautiful flower and a little bit of love. It takes the sun and the shower to grow a beautiful flower and a little song of love. Hello, little bumblebee, buzzing around so splendidly. Thanks for spreading pollen all around. Spread a little here and there. Next thing you know, it's everywhere. Plants are growing from the ground. It takes the sun and the shower to grow a beautiful flower and a little bit of love, love, love. It takes the sun and the shower to grow a beautiful flower and a little twinkle of love, love.
think Lauren has a new favorite song there. She was rocking out to it over on this end for sure. Great
Awesome.
song about the earthworms for sure. So what are you guys going to wrap it up with?
I think in the spirit of, the sun shining outside, we're going to finish up with this song called Rising Tides. It's kind of the last song off our record. This is the acoustic abridged version, I guess.
Great. Well, thank you again for coming.
Thank you so much for having us. And hey, listen, after we're finished, we're gonna stick around so that we can listen to everybody, but we're gonna kind of hop off of the camera and everything so that we're taking up less bandwidth here because the shop was nice enough to share with us. And also, we're gonna have to sneak out at some point to go set up to play. But thanks again so much.
No, thank you guys, and you're always welcome here. And thanks for
Yeah,
putting
and
up with my my lack of DJ skills over here. So
You're
Great
great.
job.
You're great.
well, thank you.
And tell
thank
Jeff
you.
hello for us. Tell him sorry we missed him this time, but
yeah, he might be popping in, so not to worry. He's all good. Just a little one of those busy days. So,
totally understand. Totally.
Thank you
understand.
again, guys, and you sound great. And we'll have to come down and check out Key West.
Yes.
Please do. Everyone's waiting.
You got
All
it.
right, Rising Tides. thank y'all so much for having us today. Can't wait to listen to all the rest of the sets. This has been great.
Wow. That was great stuff. That guitar work you guys had going on there was amazing. That was great stuff. Really, you guys are quite a team. And everybody, Electric Blue Yonder, Johnny and Beth here live from Key West. Thank you guys. And feel free to stay and hang out and listen to everybody else. And
thanks again for having us. We'll see you again on here, and then hopefully we'll see you this summer. I think we're looking at July and August to try to get up near you. So it's gonna happen.
Awesome. Thank you guys, and enjoy the rest of your stay down there. We'll speak soon.
All right, take care. Gonna mute us.
And now we have Terence. Terence, how are you, buddy? How am I doing?
Hi, Harry. You're doing really well. It's fantastic. We missed Jeff, but frankly, you're doing so well. I think maybe he might be out of a job pretty soon.
I don't know about that.
He's got all these business things he's doing. He's got, his conferences. He's
Jeff.
I think it's time for a new face. I think you're doing really well.
Because I think he's listening. Don't talk too much. We love you, Jeff. We miss you. And Terence, we love you too. And we're looking forward to your set here. And you're coming in from the UK. You're near Wales. You're near Otto.
I'm miles from Otto. I'm on the other side from Otto. But I can guarantee the one thing that we'll have in common is that we are nothing like Johnny and Beth's Key West. It's the opposite of the spectrum. I'm trying to do well just having a shirt on, but then halfway through that, I had to get a t-shirt underneath. It's too cold. It's wet. It's miserable.
Same here.
The idea of shorts here is not happening. I tell you.
Sounds good. But they warmed it up over here because they were amazing.
Yeah,
they were simply amazing. And looking forward to your set. So
I love those guitars.
Love them. Sounds good. And you've got quite a selection of guitars too there. You have that big, not this one, but you have that big blonde wood guitar that you play. That sounds amazing.
I was gonna play. It's got a big sound, but it's a small guitar. It's a Lizzie, and I might play it in a minute. This is an old Gibson I bought in Johnson City, Tennessee, back in 2006, and I love it very much. So
sounds
Gibson
good. Well,
J45.
I'm going to hand it over to you. The stage is yours, Terence, and thank you for coming. And hit it. It's all yours, man.
Thanks, Harry, and thanks, Lauren and Jeff. I hope to see Jeff soon. So I've been listening to quite a lot of Mexican music and South American music recently. So I thought I'm going to start with a little slightly sort of bossa nova-y type feel. This is a song that was inspired. I don't know whether the other music. I mean, what I like about Jeff's place is that it's all kinds of genres. And there are some musicians which I reckon who have the same problem as me. They don't fall into any particular category. For me, that's the most interesting kind of music. And this song was written back in the days when you used to have CD stores, when CDs were still a thing. And I came across a CD store in London in a dusty little corner of a big CD store. There was a pile of CDs with all my heroes, so Randy Newman, Paul Simon, James Taylor, all those guys. And they call this section Easy Listening. Randy Newman, Easy Listening. Yeah, I've heard it all. But then I thought maybe that's what I am. Maybe instead of being rude about easy listening, over here it's always been kind of rude. Maybe I'm going to embrace this thing and I'm going to call myself Easy Listening. So this is a song in praise of easy listening. Let's hear it, easy listening, the soft and the smooth. You'll never know what you've been missing till you're in that mellow groove. Let's hear it for the middle of the road, not to the left or the right. Who needs a musical highway code? if you just keep it light. 'Cause rock and roll's too fast these days and jazz is way too cool. And folks too stuck in his folky ways for an easy listening fool. So let's hear it. Well, swinging along, swinging like a leaf in the breeze. You'll find a tune for your little song and add some harmonies. Yeah, 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 yeah. 'Cause rock and roll's too fast these days and jazz is way too cool. And folks too stuck in his folky ways for an easy listening fool. So let's hear it for easy listening, the soft and the smooth. You'll never know what you've been missing till you're in that mellow groove. Yeah, yeah, you groove. Yeah, 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 yeah. Groove.
Wow. Sounds good. I think it's more of I'd love to listen to it music. Good stuff, Terence.
The middle of the road, Harry.
No, it's good, man.
Don't knock the middle of the road.
No, you're on the Autobahn, man. It's always a
Okay,
pleasure to hear you and talk to you, Terence.
You gave a nice shout out to this Elysian guitar. It's a guitar which I bought quite recently. I think almost the first time I've played it was on Jeff's place.
Yeah, I think you just had gotten it on one of your
Yeah.
first performances. And
I love it. I love it very much.
Sounds great. Sounds good.
This is a song I've never sung on Jeff's place because it's kind of weird. Not that there's not a place for the weird on Jeff's place, but it's about music again. It's about musical authenticity. I'm going to make myself a bit unpopular here, maybe. The English have got a strange thing about the blues, because back in the 60s, when people like the Stones and Clapton discovered, Big Bill Bruce, I mean, not discovered, but helped the revival of blues, the English have got a sort of special relationship with American blues. And so in every pub you go to now, you'll find a group of usually men of a certain age. At every musical pub, you'll find a middle-aged English men playing American blues, and I've always found this slightly weird because what they call it roots. They say here's some really authentic music. So here's a guy living down the road from me talking in an American accent, singing about American blues experiences. So I thought this was quite funny. And I still do think Mick Jagger singing an American accent is slightly ridiculous. But anyway, I don't think you'll worry too much about my criticism. So this is my one blues song, and it's about all that. Hey everybody, I feel so fine. I've been hanging out with some friends of mine. We've been working for the man. Now we're cutting loose. 'Cause we may be English, but darn right we got the blues. There's Howlin' Wolf McPherson, he's my blues brother. And Honey Boy Higgins and Catfish Carruthers, they call me Blind Boy Waddington Bruce. I can see just fine, but darn right I got the blues. Well, I ain't got no Mississippi, ain't got no moonshine. Reckon I got my guitar and some nice chilled wine and a room at the pub they doggone let us use. It's like our own private Delta. Man, we got the blues. Since I found the blues, we won't ever go back. We can talk like an American and pretend we are black. Roll over Britannia and tell the BBC News. We may be English, but darn right we've got the blues. When you sing the blues, you can repeat every line. I said when you sing the blues, you can repeat every line. Well, my memory is short, so by me that's just fine. I can sing about them cotton fields and call my music roots. The nearest to me to cotton is buying cotton buds in boots. I don't pay it no mind, I got the perfect excuse. 'Cause I may be English, but darn right I got the blues. So you may think I'm respectable and kind of white, but when I get home from work each and every night, I loosen up my tie and kick off my shoes. Say, good God Almighty, Lordy Lord, I've got the blues. Yeah, I may be English, but darn right I've got them. Walking the dog, dust my broom, must have been the devil. English blues.
Yes, sirree. Gave me a little bit of the blues, but
A
sounds
little
good.
bit of blues.
A little bit of blue.
There is, Harry, there was actually a group over here. It wasn't very well known, of English guys, blues group called Darn Right I Got the Blues. And maybe I'm the only person in the world who finds that slightly ridiculous, but the English, darn right I've got the blues. Anyway, so shall I sing another song?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay, so when Johnny and Beth were singing about worms and butterflies, they loved Lauren's favorite song.
Yes, yes.
I'm not going to compete with that, but I am going to. There is going to be some more wildlife in it. This is my green song. This was a song that was written back in the summer of 2020. It was the beginning of lockdown. Well, we've been in lockdown for about 2 or 3 months, and it was beginning to feel serious. You know, we were beginning to think, my God, this could last into the autumn, we thought. Anyway, little did we know what was ahead of us. But over here, nature had played a very, very cruel trick on us. Over here, while we were all locked inside, nature produced the best ever summer. It's the most perfect weather. So you looked outside. I mean, I'm lucky here because I'm in the country, but a lot of people were looking outside, and it was as if nature was taunting it. And I thought about taunting them, and I thought about how weird the human life was, and how nature's still rolling on, doing its thing.
Right.
And it was out of that this song emerged. So
It's all yours. And thank you, Terence. And you can't beat Mother Nature, that's for sure.
you can't beat Mother Nature. That's the message of this. I don't really have to sing the song now, Harry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Banks are crashing, people clashing. You wear today's opinion like the latest fashion. Roll up and join the show. Mum's a go-getter, dad's a trendsetter. Every day they tell the kids they must do better, 'cause life's just grab and go. Meanwhile, swallows chatter in a clear blue sky. Meanwhile, a buzzard makes its lonely cry. While down below, a blackbird's going all day long. This world keeps rolling on. is some young floozies doing the you-know-what with you-know-who's is. The scandal and the shame. The gambler's grinning, the wheel keeps spinning. Everybody's playing, but no one's winning. We're prisoners of the game. Meanwhile, a dragonfly hovers by the pond. Meanwhile, a fox creeps through the field beyond. A mother hare sniffs the air until the danger's gone. This world keeps rolling on. Hedgehogs creeping, frogs are leaping, somewhere in the trees are tweet, tweet, tweeting. The sun is sinking low. Owls are calling, evening's falling, somewhere in the undergrowth the mouse is crawling, and into the night they go. Meanwhile we muddle and we struggle and we strive. Meanwhile we worry through our little lives. Well, me and you, we're just passing through, so let's help it get along. This world keeps rolling on. Yes, it was here when we got here, so let's help it keep on rolling after we are gone. This world keeps rolling on.
Wow, it's so true, Terence.
This world
it
keeps rolling on.
It really does. It's like if you don't cut the lawn for 2 weeks, it's gonna just keep getting longer. But so true. The pandemic made a lot of people realize that. They went out and they planted some tomato plants, and a month later they had boom, big tomatoes. So sounds great.
I think if it's done any good at all, I think the pandemic has just made us appreciate these things so much more. Yeah. Anyway, let's not get into a gloom. Lauren was cheered up by by Beth and Johnny, so I don't want to bring her down. So I got one more song, right?
You got one more. You can wrap it up with whatever you got there, my friend.
Okay, so I think I did do this song actually not so long ago. This is a song. When I first played it, somebody said, "Oh, I really liked your imposter syndrome song." Imposter. So I didn't quite get that, but it's about getting away with stuff, and this is my only psychological tip for the whole. Really, in my whole of my repertoire, I don't give advice on the whole, but this does give a bit of advice. I don't get aces or the roll of the dice. When it comes to rat races, I'm down with the mice. I'm just getting by, a regular guy. If we met on the street, you'd look right through me. From my head to my feet, there's not that much to me. So how do I make the grade? There's a trick of the trade. I fool myself, I'm doing fine. I'm top of the heap, I'm in my prime. And when I walk in the room, I'm so hip and so cool, you won't want to cross me. I'm nobody's fool. I make believe I'm someone else, someone who looks a bit like me. The rope that I walk is on its last thread. The rocks are below, so I stare right ahead. 'Cause if I look down, I know I'll be dead. Just a poor little fool. There I was at a party when she happened to pass. I thought she'd ignore me, she was out of my class. But then she turned to see. Lucky me. I'll never know just what it took, but I'll remember that smile, that laugh, and that look. Then we were on our way. She's still here today because I fooled myself, and I fooled her too. She felt for it good, it's strange but true, and when I look in her eyes, I see a superior fella. We've been together so long, it's too late to tell her. I make believe I'm someone else. I'm the guy who got the girl, with the rugged good looks of a Hollywood star. He and his babe, they're both going far, 'cause they're happy to be just who they are. Just two little fools.
Wow, sounds good. Definitely no fooling around on that one. That's for sure.
Thanks,
Terence,
Harry.
what can I say? Thank you so much for coming, and always a pleasure. Love your whimsical music. Just great stuff, man.
Thanks, Harry, and thanks, Lauren, and thanks, Jeff. Give my love to Jeff when you see him. Let's hope he's corny. And are you sure he's not lurking in the background?
He's in the hallway across from us, and I think he's listening to us. I'm not
Yeah.
sure, but
Hi,
you
Jeff. We missed
never
you.
know.
Look up for your job. Harry's doing it really well.
Terence, thank you so much. And we're going to go across a little pond back over to Dublin and introduce John Lynch, who's got, I keep telling John he's got these sounds of Gordon Lightfoot and 10 Years After and everything else, but he's really unique in his own. It's his own sound, I hear. And it's really great. I love it. And John, I'm going to let you introduce yourself there from Dublin, and it's all yours. The stage is yours, man. Love your stuff. And
Thanks, Harry.
I'm going to get out of your way.
Thanks, Harry. That's great. Nice introduction. Really appreciate that. So, hi, guys. It's John Lynch here, Dublin. I'm going to sing a few songs tonight. A couple of originals. I might do a couple of Irish tracks. I've just been singing them lately, so they're on my mind. So I'm going to start off with a nice little number. Heard this song all way back. And a lot of people here actually thought I wrote the song. But I just made it my own version, which I tend to do with cover versions. So here we go. In blackest colour of my like some roses fair. She has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hand, and I love the ground whereon she stands. My love, and well she knows, and I love the ground whereon she goes, and I wish the day would soon come where she and I I'll go to the Clyde, and I'll mourn and weep, for satisfied I can never be, and I'll write her a letter, a few short lines, and then suffer death 1,000 times, and black as the color of my true love's hair. Her lips are like some roses fair. She has the sweetest smile and the gentlest hands, and I love the ground whereon she stands, and I love the ground whereon she stands.
Wow. Sounds great, John. Sounds great. I grew up listening to Irish music. My mother was from County Cavan, and all the references in that song, the rose, her lips, the black hair, seems to be in a lot of Irish songs. And it
Sure
just,
does.
yeah, and it brought me back. So thank you for that. And your sound, man, I'm telling you, man, I could listen to you all day long. That's for sure.
Thank you.
You're
That's lovely.
welcome.
Thank you very much.
So what do you got for us next?
So I'm working on a song at the moment, and I'd just like to try it, if that's all right.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for, man.
Haven't released it, haven't finalized it yet, but I'm just going to perform it now, because normally that's where you come up with new little
Hey.
hooks and lines, you know.
That's the truth. Well, thank you for doing that on Jeff's Place. Thank you, sir.
It's a song that's just been ruminating in my mind. It's about, the last 2 years, what everybody's been going through, and the disassociation that people tend to have come out with. I think, in my experience, the socialization part has disappeared. Kind of. We've only opened up in Ireland, so people have to relearn how to be together. So
That's it. Gotta learn to talk at the water cooler again. That's for sure.
yeah, and then I'm starting to see little glimmers of hope coming through, little green shoots arriving. So the song is called Believe, so I want everybody to believe in themselves. Okay, here we go. And sun splits the sky as I walk alone and I wonder why you drew the battle lines of what is right, what is wrong today, my love. You surrounded my thoughts and you terrorized my sense of self. You and I am lost in time, and this time is not my own. And believe in you. And believe in you. And people turning away from the things that we learned back in the day. Children's minds, they're led astray, far away, and they won't be back again. Believe you. But believe in you. Now 2 years passed. How much longer must this fighting last? To save our souls from the looking glass. The past is gone and there's no tomorrow. And believe you. And believe you. And the sun splits the sky as I walk alone. I wonder why you drew the battle lines of what is right and what is wrong today, my love. And believe in you.
Yes, sir. We
Thank
do
you.
need to believe. And that, I got to tell you, that guitar playing you got going on there is super nice. You're really rocking that guitar too. And great song. Great. Thank you for singing that for the first time, I guess, live here on
It is
Jeff's
actually,
Place.
yeah.
That's
No one's
awesome.
heard that before. That's brand new.
Wow.
It's not finished, but we're getting there.
Well, we're honored you played it here for sure.
Thank you very much.
Sure. Would love to come over and watch you play in a pub. That would be
Oh, yeah.
a real nice thing to do for sure. So we believe that's going to happen for sure.
Hopefully.
For sure. So what do you got next for us there, John?
Have another original song. I'd like to dedicate this to my wife. She's sitting at home.
Awesome.
Put the kettle on, love. We'll be home in a few minutes.
Uh-oh. Sounds good. Wow. I'm going to stay out of this one.
It's called You Said. said it was my imagination. All the world was out of place. With a smile, you fixed my broken heart. I know I wanna be near you now. From the first time I saw you, and I knew I would give you all of my love. Then you touched me, you stole my heart away. Ooh, you stole my heart away. You stole my heart away. And every day the clocks move more and more. Things take me from you now. Just take each day and move a little slowly. Yeah. To be forevermore. From the first time I saw you, and I knew I would give you all of my love. Then you touched me, you stole my heart away. Ooh, you stole my heart away. Na 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 na. From the first time I saw you, and I knew I would give you all of my love. Then you touched me, you stole my heart away. Ooh, you stole my heart away. Ooh, you stole my heart away.
Wow. Wow. What a sweet dedication to your wife there, John. That's super nice, man. Super nice.
Thank you.
Great job. Great job.
It's my wife or the woman who owns me, one or the other.
I won't go there, but it's all good. It's all good. So, in any case, what are you going to wrap it up with, John?
I'm going to wrap it up with a nice little folk song I heard. So I love history, and I love the folk tradition of history, and the oral tradition of handing stories down based on poetry or a song. So I came across these two guys from the UK, and they're called The Show of Hands. Excellent folk duo. And a guy called Steve Knightley writes these amazing songs. I think he was going to be a history teacher at one stage. So obviously he's very interested in telling his part of the history. So they're from Cornwall, which is very down south in England. And the Cornish people in the early part of the 19th century, 1815, they would have all emigrated to various parts of the world, North America, Canada, South Africa, and Australia. But they had a unique talent for mining. And as the Irish have traversed the world, known everywhere as Paddy, these guys were known as Cousin Jack. So they wrote this song which kind of tells that story. And I just fell in love with the song the first time I heard it. And of course,
there's a lot of here in this country, in West Virginia, especially. I think a lot of Scottish roots,
Exactly.
and that's where we get our bluegrass and our mountain music, if you want to call it.
Exactly.
That real, and then of course the banjo stuff. So,
So
well, thank you,
it's-
John.
No
We-
problem.
Looking forward to it.
This land is barren and broken, scarred like the face of the moon. Our tongue is no longer spoken. The towns around the face around. Will I find work in New Brunswick? Will I find gold on the Cape if I tunnel my way to Australia? Then how will I ever escape? Where does the mine or a hole in the ground? That's where I'm heading for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the vine. Where the copper, the clay, and the arsenic and tin run in your blood and gets over your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, I'm not coming back. So follow me down, cousin Jack. And the soil was too weak to make Eden. The granite and sea left no choice. Visions of heaven sustained us. John Wesley gave us the voice. Did Joseph come to St. Michael's Mount? 2,000 years past in a dream. If you're working your way in the darkness, deep in the heart of the scene. Where is mine or a hole in the ground? That's where I'm heading for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the vine. Where the copper, the clay, and the arsenic and tin, and it runs in my blood and over your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, I'm not coming back. So follow me down, cousin Jack. To America, to Canada, South Africa, to Australia. Where does a mine or a hole in the ground? That's where I'm heading for, that's where I'm bound. Look for me under the load or inside the vine. Where the copper, the clay, and the arsenic and tin runs in my blood and over your skin. I'm leaving the county behind, I'm not coming back. So follow me down, cousin Jack, and follow me down, cousin Jack.
Wow, that is wow, really good historical song. Great. I can my, like I said, my mother, I could remember her relatives coming over and before her and so on and so forth. And Great
Excellent.
stuff, John. It's been a pleasure to have you here at Jeff's Place. Thank
Thanks,
you for
Harry.
coming. And I know we have you slated for a couple upcoming shows,
Excellent.
which we'll be looking forward to. And
Great
again,
stuff.
thank you. Thank you so much.
Harry.
And
If anybody wants to hear my music, it's on Spotify. Just look up John Lynch, City Stars, and you'll get
so
it.
we
now.
have it over in the chat. We got, if anybody, please, I didn't mention, I'm sorry. And also, feel free to tip our musicians. That'd be more than welcome. And John can be, you can get John's great music on Spotify, and we have the link over here in the chat. And
Thanks, guys. It's a pleasure. Great.
no, thank
talent
you.
this
It's a,
evening.
it's a pleasure here, and thank you again. And we're looking forward to seeing you again, John.
See you guys.
Cheers. Thank you. And now we have JD. JD, how are you, buddy? How's it
I'm
going?
doing awesome.
And
John,
you're
I
coming in-
enjoyed your music immensely, man. I've actually been to Cornwall, and in my other life, I was a metallurgist, so I took great interest in the remains of the tin mines and the refined. Those towers they have there, when you can see some of the tailings piles and the holes and things. And my wife was always trying to pull me away from gawking at these archaeological copper and tin mines around there. So I appreciated so much that song and all your songs. Outstanding.
It's great stuff, and so is yours, JD. And thank you for coming.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you're tuning in from Seattle. Am I correct?
Yeah, well, a little
Washington
bit east
State?
of Seattle, small town on the east side, kind of between the water of Puget Sound and the Cascade Mountains. And it's raining right here. Irish weather, we call it.
Same here. Same here.
Cold
So
and rainy.
I'm gonna hand the stage over to you. I'm gonna, who
Yeah.
doesn't know you, I'm gonna let you introduce yourself. And you've
Right
been
on.
on our show many times before. You
Yeah.
could actually host this show. You've been on so many times.
No, not nearly with the skill that you and Lauren and Jeff do. But thank you.
Well, thank you, and JD. I'm gonna give you the stage. It's all yours.
Okay.
And thank you for coming. And
Absolutely. My pleasure to be here. I don't know. It still says I'm away. I'm not sure how to get rid of that weird thing.
that's
I don't know.
okay. It's a cup of coffee. How bad?
I'll
could it
just
be?
there
There you go. Happy New Year.
Okay, I thought that would make it go away and just added to it. So
It's all good. It's all good.
all right. Anyway, I got a few songs for you guys until you kick me off. But John got me thinking about history as well, and I like that as well. So the first song I'm going to play is called Heroes. I wrote it about a year ago. I started thinking about all the heroes that inspire us to become the best versions of ourselves. And anyway, this one, for the guitarists in the room, this is in Dadgad tuning, or called Celtic tuning sometimes, and hope you like it. Let me try that again. Lately I've been drifting without compass or a sail, straight into the center of the storm. And there's something in the water, and it's just beyond the veil, feeding on a fear that's without form. It's without form. I've been searching in the highland, in the cities and the malls, in all the places that I used to go. And all I see is weariness and shadows on the walls, and in the eyes of everyone I know, of everyone I know. Well, Hamilton and Lincoln, they really got me thinking. Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King, John Lennon and Da Vinci. There ain't no need to convince me. We could use a hero once again. Like a seabird on the ocean or a lighthouse on the shore, it's shining out to all anonymous. For every generation and all we're living for, and they become the best in all of us, the best in all of us. Oh, Hamilton and Lincoln, they really got me thinking. Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King, John Lennon and Da Vinci. There ain't no need to convince me. We could use a hero once again. Oh, Hamilton and Lincoln, you really got me thinking. Newton, Einstein, Martin Luther King, and Bob Dylan and Da Vinci, and the Dr. Madame Curie. We could use a hero once again. We could use a hero once again. I'm calling all good women and the best of all men living. We could use a hero once again.
Wow, that I can really hear that Celtic tuning. JD, that sounds really nice, man. That's some Scottish roots or something coming out there. Just real nice.
Yeah.
Great song. Thank you for that. Irish, Scottish, whatever it may be. It sounds wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And,
All right.
What do you got next for us, sir?
What I got next? Well, I'm doing different tunings. So this one I wrote after a trip to Brazil. And I won't give you the full backstory, but through my employer, I was supposed to go down there and work in Brazil for a while, and I had other responsibilities and I couldn't. So anyway, a colleague of mine, I suggested it, and she took advantage and went down there and lived. And she had a beautiful apartment on the outskirts of the city overlooking this park, and had a balcony there, and she had like a cactus garden. And I just thought it was so cool and peaceful, and and I was living a little bit vicariously, and she showed it, to our team. So anyway, I wrote it. It's called Cactus Garden. And the tuning for the guitarists in the room, this is called Nick Drake tuning. Terence, you might appreciate that. So it's C, G, C, F, C, E. So it's kind of a little bit of a bastardized drop D. Hopefully I won't flub it up too badly. I haven't played it in a while. It's called Cactus Garden. I've got this released on my website, which is posted there by Lauren. Cactus Garden. She had a cactus garden hidden on her city balcony, beautiful and warm, sheltered from the storm, looking out upon the traffic and the trees. That's what I see. She had a pair of toucans. They were lounging quiet there upon the floor, as still as they could be, not listening to me. And I wondered, do they go there anymore? She had a cactus garden in the corner far from prying eyes. I have fallen in a cactus garden, wishing I could stay forever high. I'm looking at the blue and silver sky. We went to Ubatuba, and we went to Natown too. We were looking for the trees, and they were burning in the breeze. And now I don't know what I'm gonna do. She had a cactus garden in the corner far from prying eyes. I have fallen in her cactus garden, wishing I could stay forever high. With all the lovely people on the streets down far below, now I'm looking for that upper floor. Where did that garden go? Just a photograph of a letter, wishing I could stay forever high. Looking at the blue and silver sky.
Nice song, JD. Hey, JD, was when you said two cans on the floor, was that like Toucan Sam, the birds, or?
Yeah. Well, they weren't actual living toucans. They were like little carvings, I think. I mean, they were like on the floor. And anyway, they made their way into the song.
Hey, it worked. It worked for sure. Worked for sure. So sounds great. So what do you got next for us, JD?
Okay, well, I'm going to shift it to a more country vibe. When you're a songwriter and you get to a certain age, I mean, you don't write about quite the same things you did when you were 18. And so we had a songwriting challenge last year in our songwriters group here, and the women in the group were complaining that us guys, especially us guys of a certain age, are not writing enough love songs because we want to write about history and all these other things. So, all right, we said, fine, we'll have a love song competition challenge, and the winner got a pie. So, all kinds of incentive. Anyway, I couldn't come up with something I thought was original on my own, but basically, I said, okay, fine, the girl wants a love song, and that became the title of my song. And I sort of turned it around and made it personal. So I hope you like it. The girl wants a love song. Standard tuning. I'm thinking of the roads we've been on, the turns that we've taken, the detours long gone, and driving all night, and I see the dawn. If I'm reading you right, the girl wants a love song. I had a fine year, far better than some, and the pictures are hanging of the places we've gone. The kids have moved on now, our time has come. But you're feeling lonely, the girl wants a love song. And I see your eyes glisten, though nothing is wrong. But this boy's been listening, the girl wants a love song. With lilacs in June and a big yellow moon, I can't sing it too soon, the girl wants a love song. With lilacs in June and a big old yellow moon, let me sing it to you, the girl wants a love song.
Nice song, JD. Really nice. I can picture and smell those lilacs. It's
Thank you.
it's a good job when you know, in your brain you're picturing all this stuff. So nice song. That's a love song for everybody for sure.
Oh, thank you very much. All right. Well, let's see. I think I was going to play the ukulele next.
All right.
How we doing on time?
We're doing okay. We're running a little behind. I'm not as good at the timing as Jeff, but one more. Are you good?
I can do one more. You bet.
You got it. You got it. Thank you so much.
All right. So I know John had a song or two, and I think Terence did too, or at least has in the past, about dealing with the lockdowns and the pandemics and things like that. So I thought I would throw my hat in the ring on this one. Metaphorically, for me, this one's called "It's Like When the Sun Comes Up." So I call that. This song is called "When the Sun Comes Up." And what I'm going to do when I don't have to wear the damn mask anymore. All right. When the sun comes up, I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'm gonna run outside. I'm gonna kiss my girl. I'm gonna do all the things that I've been dreaming of. Ooh, baby, tell me when the sun comes up. Hey, 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 yeah. Well, I've been waiting inside for what seems 1,000 years. I'm waiting for the tide to wash away all the worry and the sickness blowing in the wind. We're sheltering a place. When the sun comes up, I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'm gonna run outside. I'm gonna kiss my girl. Gonna do all the things that I've been dreaming of. Ooh, baby, tell me when the sun comes up. Hey, 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 yeah. Well, staying inside ain't too bad, and I'm luckier than most. And I got all my stuff here anyway. Since the way that we were meant to stay. When the sun comes up, I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'm gonna run outside. I'm gonna kiss my girl. Gonna do all the things that I've been dreaming of. Ooh, baby, tell me when the sun comes up. I better see it again. I'm gonna run outside. I'm gonna see my friends. Gonna do all the things that I've been dreaming of. Ooh, baby, tell me when the sun comes up. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah.
Wow. Love that uke there. Sounds great, JD. Thank you so much
Thank you.
for joining us today at Jeff's place. And
You're welcome.
you're
My
always
pleasure.
welcome. And I know we got you back on the schedule for some other shows. And it's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure to hear you. You sound great. And Greta and Randy are shouting out to you. I think they're listening, but they can't be on screen, so they're saying hello from I believe the same state, right? Right, Lauren?
No, they're
No.
in Oregon.
Oh, they're in Oregon, but the same coast, I
Wow.
should say. The same coast.
Sister state.
That's it. That's it. Well, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, buddy.
All right, thank you.
And Lauren, we have, I believe, we have Broke Fuse coming up. Here we go. All right, Jay, how are you, buddy? Oop, got to unmute you. You got.
There I
All
am.
right.
I'm good.
How are you, Jay?
I'm good. I just put it in the chat. So JD, this is funny. I wrote a ukulele song called "When the Sun Comes Up," which completely different sound. So I said no reason for reciprocal lawsuits or anything.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
And I thought I would do it, except that I actually wrote it for a friend of mine to sing, who's a female with a much higher voice than mine. So I don't want to do it.
Okay.
I don't really remember the lyrics, to be honest.
Awesome.
I wrote it a while ago. But very cool, great stuff. I love the tunings, love everything, man. Everybody's sounding great today, as usual.
Thanks, Jay.
Inspiring and a little overwhelming, but sounding great.
Sounds good. It does. It all sounds great. And thank
And
you.
Harry,
to
you're doing a
everybody.
great job, by the way.
Well, thanks. I'm trying. I got some big shoes to fill over here. I'm trying, and it's an honor to host. It really is. It's my honor.
Good stuff.
But and Jay, you're tuning in from Toronto, correct?
I am in Toronto.
All right. And how's the weather up there? I bet it's
Not bad. We had a little extra, couple inches of snow last night, but it's been, it's snow. It's Toronto. It's fine.
it's mild for you. It's probably like
It's-
zero.
Yeah, right.
there.
Actually, today it's pretty mild, so it's like I think it's around 0 Celsius.
Oh, that's
It's
all.
Like 32 or whatever.
Okay. Well, it's about what it is here, I think. About maybe we might be a little higher. But anyway, I'm gonna give the stage over to you.
Thank you.
Welcome back as always.
Thank you.
And
Great to
thanks
be
for
back.
coming.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give it over to you. Here you
Thanks,
go. It's
sir.
all yours, sir.
All right. I haven't got my full one-man band crazy setup. For those of you who've seen me before, I just got the guitar and the harps today. But and maybe
Oh, that's all.
I'll pull out a little ukulele there, like JD did.
Yeah, that's it.
So we'll see how
Sounds
that goes.
good.
Anyway, yeah, I'll do a couple here for you. This is from an album that the fine folks here at Jeff's Place were nice enough to host the launch party of back in the summer. And the album is called Rocket Ride, and this song is called Stingray Blues. Come creeping across the floor, dead eyes tough to ignore. Think you hold the key to life and liberty, but you ain't nothing, baby. You are just a stingray, nothing more. There's a howling in the air. Best beware. They turn their eyes away. The bleeding of the day. But you ain't nothing, baby. You are just a stingray, no one cares. And when the waves start whipping at your gates, you'll find out much too late that once that false facade begins to crack, you'll never get it back. It's one sheer heart attack. Drove my galaxy across a morbid plain to oceans so you rain. But you ain't nothing, baby. You are just a stingray to me. Well, you ain't nothing, baby. You are just a stingray to me. Just a stingray.
Yes, sir. Sounds
go.
great. It's a great song. Almost sounds like you're singing about cars. Galaxy, Stingray.
You're
You know, hey,
good spotting here. That could be what the song is about.
that's it,
Actually,
man.
I always say that song was inspired, and this is true, it was inspired partly by Shark Week. I saw a Shark Week commercial, and I started writing a song called Shark Blues, but it didn't really scan right. But I liked Stingray Blues, and then once I've had Stingray, and then it sort of turned.
Hey,
It became a whole thing.
you can get the car lovers in on that one for sure.
Yeah.
But
Star lovers and shark lovers. It's something,
and shark
for everybody.
lovers. And harmonica lovers too. That was
thank you.
really
That's
nice
for me.
harmonica work.
Yeah, I'll stay with the harmonica for this one. This is I haven't played this in quite some time. See if I remember how it goes. This is a song that I had on my first EP, which I did back in my first Broke Fuse EP. I've done other things in other guises, but back in 2014, and this is it's called "I Won't Go." I'm gonna wait till you come back, baby. I won't go. I won't go. I'm gonna wait till you come back, baby. I won't go. I won't go. I'm gonna wait till you come back, baby. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. I'm gonna wait till you come back, baby. I won't go. I'm gonna wait till you come back, honey. I won't go. I won't go. I'm gonna wait till you come back, honey. I won't go. I won't go. I'm gonna wait till you come back, honey. Then the skies will be clear and sunny. I'm gonna wait till you come back, honey. I won't go. Woo. I'm gonna wait till you come back, lover. I won't go. I won't go. I'm gonna wait till you come back, lover. I won't go. I won't go. I'm gonna wait till you come back, lover. There's so much left to uncover. I'm gonna wait
Wow. That was nice, Chad. I don't know if I've ever heard you sing that song.
That's an
That
older
was-
one, so I
did?
don't pull it out very often. As I said, it's been a little while since I've done that.
Wow,
so
that was really, really cool. That was
Thank you.
nice, man.
Thank you.
That
Well,
had a
from
little
something to
folky
something-
feel to it, a little rockin' feel. It was real nice. It had a,
Thanks, man.
it definitely had a Jay
yeah.
Moonah feel, a broke fuse
There you
feel
go.
for
I
sure.
like it.
The man
Um,
with all the instruments. You probably do you have a drum set in there too?
I don't. I have some like various percussion instruments. The one thing I don't have is a full drum kit, but I have a bunch of cajones and bodhrans and
Wow.
various tambourines and nonsense back there.
It's
I can't
it's
really
not
play the full kit
nonsense. It's
thing, but I do a lot of percussion-y.
definitely not nonsense. And I think JD was shouting out to see what kind of harmonica you were playing.
Oh, so that one was that's a good question actually. This one was a by the way, I found this little trick recently. I put tape on top of my harmonica so I don't grab them upside down, because it's the most common mistake made by harmonica players is do it,
Hey,
then you're lost. This particular one is a Lee Oscar A minor natural, so it's a slightly different tuning. And the other one I was playing earlier is a Seidel just D standard Richter tuning one. So, but I like to dabble in the tuning. So good spot in there.
and it sounds great.
Cool.
Sounds great.
So,
So what do you got? What do you got for us next?
Well, so from an older song to a very new song. This is I don't often do this. I'm gonna play a song that I finished writing today. I usually sit on songs for a while and kind of let them percolate and make sure that I like them before I actually play them. But this one I felt like I wanted to present now, and I won't say too much about it, but you can follow along. I got a rig and it's ready to roll. Time to get real mean. I got a heartbeat like a ticking bomb. Break out the kerosene. Don't give me information. It only makes me choke. Don't give me rules, don't give me regulations. I'll make you suck on my smoke. And I don't really care about anyone else standing in line for me. Don't tell me what you think I should do. You know I gotta be free. Listen, I'll pop any old pill at all to help me drive through the night. But tiny needles, they terrify me. Whoever says they're alright. And I don't really care about anyone else standing in line for me. Don't tell me what you think I should do. You know I gotta be free. Can't put away a man like me. No, this world wasn't built for that. I'll always be safe 'cause I look the right way. And I keep wearing the right colored hat, yeah. Till the robots replace me. Till they take my keys away. Till society sees they don't need me. I'm gonna do things my way. And I don't really care about anyone else standing in line for me. Don't tell me what you think I should do, because I gotta be free. No, I don't really care about anyone else standing in line for me. I don't care what it costs everyone. You know I gotta be free. Don't tread on me.
Yes, yes, sirree. The one and only Jay Moonah.
Thank you.
Broke fuse. There's no broken fuses over there, that's for sure.
Thank you. Woo! All right,
Sounds
I'm gonna
great.
cool down a little and grab the
Cool
ukulele.
down, man. What do you got? We got one more to wrap it up.
Yeah, perfect. I'll do you know what? I'll do a cover song, one of my favorite songs. There's a great YouTuber who I really enjoy. His name's Rick Beato. He's a music YouTuber, and if you're a musician for sure, but if you're just interested in music analysis and he does a lot of cool stuff on his channel. So Rick Beato, and he had a thing about recently about the greatest 2-chord songs of all time, and this wasn't one that he listed, but it was mentioned often in the comments, and it just got me in mind of it, and I had worked out a ukulele arrangement some time ago, and I picked it back up and just messing around with it. And it's one I want to think a lot of you will know. It was written originally by Dave Mason, recorded by the band Traffic, and later, most famously, I think, done by Joe Cocker. And if you know it, sing along. Seems I've got to have a change of scene. Every night I have the strangest dreams, imprisoned by the way things could have been, left here on my own. So it seems I've got to leave before I start to scream. Won't someone lock the door and turn the key? You're feeling alright, feeling too good myself, no. I'm feeling alright, feeling too good myself. Boy, you should take me for one big ride. Even now I sit and wonder why. When I think of you, I stop myself from crying. I can't waste my time, I must keep trying. Gotta stop believing in all your lies, 'cause there's too much to do before I die. Feeling alright, not feeling too good myself. Oh yeah, feeling alright, it's alright, feeling too good myself, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now don't you get lost in all I say, 'cause you know at the time it really felt that way. But that was then, you know now it's today. I can't escape, I guess I'm here to stay, till someone comes along to take my place. Oh, with a different name, yo, and a different face. Feeling alright, good myself, oh yeah. Feeling alright, it's alright, feeling too good myself, yeah, 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 yeah. Feeling alright.
Wow. You got us feeling all right. That's for sure, Jay. Thank
There
you,
you
buddy.
go.
Good stuff. And Jay's information's over in the chat there.
Yeah.
So please show your support to Jay. And Jay, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you, Lauren, as always. And thanks to all the great musicians. Always fun on Jeff's Place.
Absolutely.
Even without Jeff, it's fun.
Hey, he's here somewhere. He's
All right.
always here in spirit for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay,
For
thanks.
sure. You got it. And we're going to jump back across the pond over to Otto. Otto is from Wales. That's right. I got Terence mixed up there. You're over. Are you anywhere near Newport, Wales, or oops, you got to unmute there, bud. Just need you to unmute.
Hello.
There
Hello?
you go. I can
Oh,
hear you
okay.
now.
Yeah, I said Newport's about 45 minutes away from me. It's
Oh,
not too bad.
I've been to Newport. I've been to Wales, and
Have you been to
beautiful.
Cardiff?
I went to Cardiff. Yep. Of course.
Oh.
And my cousin lives. He lives in the countryside over there, outside of Newport, and Beautiful country there. Oh man, that's English countryside. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. It's good.
It's
It's
a
really
real
good.
nice part of the world for sure. But welcome, and thanks for coming, and thanks for putting up with me. I'm new at this DJ game here, so
No, you're great, mate. Don't
You-
worry about it.
thank you, sir. So I'm gonna let you introduce yourself, and everybody. This is Otto.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to take a sip of water. How's everybody? Is everyone enjoying their night so far? Good. That's what we like to see. Yeah, so I am a UK-based singer-songwriter. I'm currently working with Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics, and he's the head of the label that I'm signed to, and I write songs. And that's pretty much all I do. I write songs and I bake pies with my girlfriend, and yeah,
All
we
right.
make sagaloo every now and then.
There you
Um,
go. Tell us about the post office you live in.
Oh yeah, so I live in an old converted post office. So this used to be an active post office during World War II. We moved in here when I was about 8 years old, and my dad renovated it because he's a builder. And I've lived in here ever since. And since then, I've got really deeply into music, and I wrote an entire EP that's this concept EP around sending letters. So I sent a bunch of letters out to all of my neighbors who live in the same street as me. And with their responses, I wrote a bunch of songs and got a bunch of radio play here in the UK through them on the BBC. So that's kind of like how that was my first dance with the music industry, I guess, was kind of releasing that small body of work. It's about 4 songs. But yeah, it's all on Spotify, iTunes, and all that sort of stuff. So
Wow, sounds great. Well, the stage is yours, and we got some of your info over here in the chat. And welcome, Otto, and thanks for coming. And it's all yours.
pleasure's all mine. Every single time I play here, it's just such a nice, chilled, relaxed atmosphere. Which when you're like, when you're trying out new songs or when you want to play in general, it's quite nice. Like I just come off tour with Tom Jones, so funnily enough, his audience was very relaxed, which kind of blew me away. But yeah, speaking of my girlfriend, she's from a small town in Canada called Sault Ste. Marie. And she's a Canadian actress studying here in Wales. And I wrote the song about her, and it's for her. So this is called Sault Ste. Marie. I also usually play it on an electric guitar, but I've got this nylon string that I ended up getting in Hanks in London, which is like this famous guitar shop. But Dave Stewart paid the bill for this guitar, so it was a crazy day, but really good. Okay, I'll stop talking. I could talk the ears off a horse if I had to. Where you going and where you coming to? I will always think of you if I'm passing through Sault Ste. Marie. Is there time for an overnight stay? Should I choose another way before I fly to LA? Sault Ste. Marie, I wish I could have seen her, the way she smiled at me. Sault Ste. Marie, oh. Run away and travel with me. Take all your family recipes. Bring me back to Sicily, to the things I'm yet to see. And all the worlds in your head, felt them in my hands like braille to be read. Mapped out dreams in my bed. Sault Ste. Marie, I wish you could have seen her, the way she smiled at me. Sault Ste. Marie, oh. All of the culture I see, and those blue eyes looking back at me. I can see a bridge lighting up in the dark. Never thought I'd find a brighter spark, holding the picture where you laugh. Swear I must have been a half, 'cause now I feel so whole. You gave back what they stole. There's another home for me, Sault Ste. Marie.
You got an old soul, my friend. You got an old soul. That's for
Thank
sure.
you. So
That was great
I'm gonna
stuff.
go back and forth guitars. I've got a hell of a lot of guitars here, but I'll probably do this guitar next. This is my first proper like gigging guitar. I had a very cheap guitar, which I'm sure most of you musicians have, you've been through the rounds where you get or you buy like the cheapest thing that you possibly can at the very beginning. So this is my first proper guitar. It's very nice. Yeah, it's a Hudson. It's an Irish made guitar. Quite interesting.
Can't go
I'm
wrong
gonna
with
sing.
that then.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. I'm gonna sing a new song that I haven't really sung much of yet, but I just posted it on YouTube. And this song is also about my girlfriend. I'm just gonna do a whole set about my girlfriend. Why not?
Wait, you got to keep your girlfriend. You got to keep that guitar for the rest of your
Th-
life. Like I think, is it Willie Nelson that has his original guitar? It's
Trigger. Yes.
Trigger, and it's like got holes in it from him strumming and just cool stuff. So hang
Yeah.
on to both.
I will. I mean, this song. I'll do a bit of a backstory behind this one. I wrote it with a really good friend of mine. He's like a poet and a songwriter in his own right. This one, I was kind of like her chauffeur, or I am kind of like she doesn't drive, so I drive her everywhere. But there's something so beautiful in the moment of like driving somewhere and just turning to the passenger seat, and like she's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. So for me, it's just like how incredibly lucky I am to have her and to be in this small moment just driving my car with her. So this song, I wrote it with a good friend of mine, sort of about that moment and about soaking up all the small moments that you have with someone that you really care about. So this is called Blue Moon, and I hope you enjoy. Here we go. We've been hitting all of the red lights because I wished for time with you, but I don't have a genie. I'm just glad you see me sitting here under this blue moon. I grab my guitar from the back seat. You start to sing along too. We sing in harmony to Bohemian Rhapsody, sitting here under this blue moon. It's all the small moments that make me smile, even if they happen once in a while. I just feel I'm lucky to know someone like you. I'm sitting here under this blue moon. The headlights remind me of constellations and all the wishes that do come true. I wished upon a star, but we're not going far, sitting here under this blue moon. I'm sorry if I get a bit of road rage. I love it when you join in too. Curse at the strangers, but I'd never change you, sitting here under this blue moon. It's all the small moments that make me smile, even if they happen once in a while. I just feel I'm lucky to know someone like you. I'm sitting here under this blue moon. I don't usually go out on a cold night, but if it gets me closer to you, I'll wait till the show is done and even let my motor run, sitting here under this blue moon.
Wow,
Thank you.
that's great. Those moments are special for sure. Even the road rage, road rage.
Yeah, the
part.
road rage line. That's my favorite line.
She joins in. That's okay. Just
Yeah,
be careful.
We're very. It's quite funny. Me and my friend, when we wrote it, because I'm a lot of people describe me as the most relaxed person you'll ever meet. So the fact that I put that line in there, like, I don't actually get angry when I'm driving, but it's just funny, you know, it's quite relatable. A lot of
That's true.
people do.
I can't imagine you getting too angry, but
Yeah, no, I'm too much smiling, you know?
that's it.
Smile
That's
too
it. Well,
much.
sometimes, a smile's better anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
I'll
all
do-
the time, a smile's better, I should say.
yeah, yeah. I'll do Castaway. So there's an interesting thing that's going on behind the scenes. It's quite odd. Like I've always wished to be a signed artist, and I've released songs independently, and I'll sing Boxer off of that post EP, which was the whole concept of sending letters after this one. But like, so I'm currently working with Dave Stewart, and he's just finished having, sorry, he's just finished having Daryl Hall from Hall and Oates.
Wow.
Finished having him on his island where they have this residential studio where you can go and write and stuff. So that's where I'll be doing my album, hopefully at some point soon.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you. That's very sweet of you. But in the meantime, I've been sat on about 50 songs, and I've had this one for about 3 years now, and it's one of my favorites. And I have like Stevie Nicks lap steel player playing lap steel on it, Dan Dugmore, and a bunch of other people from Nashville that I know through Dave now on this record, and I love it to bits, and it's taking so long to get it out, but I seriously can't wait for it to be out in the world, and hopefully it'll be soon, assuming as Daryl Hall's just left, and hopefully their focus will now shift on to kind of all the songs I write and everything.
Those are some big names you're talking about. I mean, wow. Tom
Yeah,
Jones,
it's a
Daryl
bit
Hall.
being thrown into that's a bit crazy, but I'm super thankful, and like he's
And you're a huge talent as well, so you're gonna fit right in for sure.
Oh, thank you. So this is Castaway. I haven't sung this in a very long time, just because well, here in the UK, gigs have been postponed for quite a while, and there's like a back catalogue of like 2 years of bigger artists wanting to play, and it's such a small island. So, but this is Castaway. There's a little live video of me singing it on YouTube. So if you like anything that you hear tonight, one of the biggest things you can do is go subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll be posting little live videos.
And I think we got that in the chat, Lauren.
We've got a link tree. It should be on there. Yeah.
We got it in
but-
there for you, sir.
Cheers.
So
Thank you.
It's all yours. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Pleasure's all mine. Here we go. Hold down a steady job just so you can live, but I don't want any of that. I just want happiness. We'll buy a van, we'll do it out, we'll leave home, we'll leave town. Come with me, we'll go around and only stop when the fuel is out. We'll find a place to hide away, cast away. We'll fall in love every day. What you say? Closed doors, closed minds, we'll open up, see what we find. We'll stargaze the night sky, fairy lights and brown eyes. Bohemian best friend, we'll travel round to the world's end. We'll see it all, the whole thing, and rewind when we're needing to find a place to hide away, cast away. We'll fall in love every day. What you say? I've got my bags packed.
just so I can call you mine. We'll find a place to hide away, cast away. We'll fall in love every day. What you say? We'll find a place to hide away, cast away. We'll fall in love every day. What you say? Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Wow. You're putting smiles on faces here, Otto. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Thank you
pleasure's
very
all mine.
much. Can you wrap it up with one more?
I can. Yes, I can. I can definitely wrap it up with one more. I've got a really gorgeous piano in the background. When I got signed, I was like, first thing I'm going to do is spend a bunch of money on instruments. So I bought myself like a really nice bass guitar, and I play piano as well. So got this really wonderful piano behind me. It's
I
a
see it
Yamaha.
shining back there. It's really
Yeah,
shining away.
it's a Yamaha U1 from like 1974. So it's like a really vintage old piano, but it sounds. I mean, I could probably. I can't. I know I won't be able to play it properly, but I can totally like.
Wow, that's
is-
crisp.
Yeah, so I'm gonna at some point I'm gonna have to like get a little laptop so I can kind of take all my microphones and we can do one of these and I can be sat over there and
Wow.
play all the
Yeah,
songs that I've got on piano that I've written.
Well, the next thing you should get is a nice little 74 like British sports car or something to go along with it for those rides with your girlfriend. Nice little
Yeah.
Triumph convertible or something.
Yeah, in British green or whatever it is, you know, the proper racing green.
That's right. That's right. I'm a big fan of those for sure.
That'd be awesome. So I'll finish on this song, which I also haven't sung in a very long time. Each song I write has a story behind it because as a songwriter, you know, you're pretty much storytelling. Like that's the premise of songwriting is you're a storyteller.
Absolutely.
And the story behind this one's quite a big one, but it goes a bit like this. So when I was doing the post EP where I was sending letters to my neighbors and with their responses writing songs, one of the letters I sent out was to my next door neighbor who lives across the street from me. And she was this very, very lovely old lady. And she had a sister, and her sister used to work here when it was an active post office during World War II. So they would have blackouts in the night, and she would walk over while all the lights were out, and she would come into the post office and she would work. From that time to now, or well, before she passed away, she had Alzheimer's. So her sister kind of coaxed her to come to this house, to this building, and explain to me what each room was. So we sat there kind of patiently through her trying to recollect all these memories of this building. And thanks to her, I figured out that this was the old telegram room. So where I make all my songs and all my stuff is the old telegram room. And the front room used to be, you know, the reception. And there's a huge warehouse where we used to park all the post vans and stuff like that. So thanks to her, we managed to get that information. But I wrote this song called Boxer, which was about her father, who was a champion boxer in the 1920s. And they gave me their father's obituary notice and was like, you might be able to write a song out of this. And I was like, okay, I'll look through it. So I looked through it and I like went to the local library and dug through all this information about him. And he was a champion boxer here in South Wales in the 1920s. And he was going to travel to the States to become like a world champion boxer. But he couldn't raise enough funds. So he was sort of gridlocked in this small town. And before I had the chance to play this song to this wonderful lady who explained what each room was, she passed away just of old age and Alzheimer's. But this is called Boxer. I also wrote a song about her as well after that situation happened, which is called Something She Never Knew, which is just sort of a song that celebrates her life and explains a bit about not being able, it's a sort of feeling of letting someone down, which I felt like at that point I did, because I didn't have a chance to play her the song that I'd written for her dad. But this is called Boxer, and this is one of the songs that ever got like a lot of radio play here in the UK, which is pretty crazy. But yeah, I really love this song, and I hope you do too. And hopefully one day when I can sing it live, everyone can sing the ooze along, because I totally wrote it so everyone can sing ooze. But this is Boxer, and I hope you enjoy it. And thank you for having me. It's been absolutely wonderful as always.
No, thank you, and thank you for that unwritten history. That's really great stuff you're documenting there. That's wonderful. Thank you,
Cheers,
Otto.
man.
For one at a time, but never fell out of line. Oh, one of the few, always looked up to. Such a man to fight his dying days. I wonder if he can win this race. On his feet, I know he'd always stay an athlete in a boxer's game. Took it in your stride, man never short of pride. Oh, where are you? Please come home soon. Such a man to fight his dying days. I wonder if he can win this race. On his feet, I know he'd always stay an athlete in a boxer's game. Always had them on the ropes, packed a punch above your weight. Try for fame against all odds. A champion, it's in your veins. Such a man to fight his dying days. I wonder if he can win this race. On his feet, I know he'd always stay an athlete in a boxer's game.
Wow, Otto. That was wow. Great stuff, man. And
Thank you so
I think it's so cool that you're playing your music and writing your music in the Telegraph room of all places. That's just cool. I don't think that's a coincidence at all.
Yeah, and there's also I've got this cool thing that I do where if you're interested in my music and you want to hear more about me, or you want to keep in touch and stuff like that, then there's on that link tree there's a thing where it says sign up to get physical mail from me, and I write physical telegrams and I send them out, and it's like a nice environment and community for everybody to sort of talk about the songs I write, and yeah, I really love it. It pushes me to write more, and I've got like things that people have sent me back and stuff like that. So yeah, if you want to sign up for that, it's completely free, and yeah, that's just from the bottom of my heart to yeah, do more.
And it's
So, yeah.
so cool. It's you're keeping some spirits alive for sure. For
Oh,
sure.
thank you.
But really cool. And thank you for coming today on short notice as well. And thank you to everybody. Jeff, Lauren, thank you so much, Lauren, for keeping my nerves steady over here. And thank you to all the guests, and thanks to the audience. And that's a wrap, guys. Thank you, everybody. And I'm going to open up the floor. Lauren will unmute for everybody if any